Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Everybody survived Monday, right? Well, there's a story there. Sadly lost another dear person to suicide yesterday. Another one. And I found out last night, it's the husband of a very good friend of mine. And just, God, it makes me so sad. It makes me so sad. Beautiful, loving family. I mean, this man had more than most of us could ever even dream of, as far as love around him and abundance in his life. The one thing he didn't have was good health. And it's just, it breaks my heart, you guys. If anybody ever thinks for one moment that you're not enough, let me just say that you are enough. You are so enough. You are beyond enough. Always, always, always. My friend loved her husband more than anybody I ever know. Anybody who else I've ever known that has that is in a really happy marriage. I'm numb. I'm really, really numb. I can't even believe that this happened. I really can't. And my first reaction, to be honest, was I was pissed off. I was so angry. And I know in suicide, it's not, a lot of times people commit suicide because they think that they're too much of a burden on somebody that they love, or the people that they love. And, we tend to think it's a very selfish act. And typically it really isn't. In their mind, they are being very selfless. My first response was just being really pissed off. Like, how could he do this? How could he do this to his wife who loves him so much? His sons, his grandchildren. How could he do this to them? And the truth of the matter is, I'm sure in his mind he was doing it for them. And it's made me kind of have to step back a little bit and remember that, each of us come into our lives with a soul contract. Some of us have chosen to get rid of those contracts, which is an option, but that's not the majority, not even close. So, who am I to judge? It's not up to me to judge it. And being pissed off about it was a judgment on my part. And that's not right. I know Connor's been sad too. So, I don't know. It's sad. It's tragic. My friend will carry this horrible experience with her the rest of her days, as will her children and her grandchildren. It is something that will hurt their hearts for a very long time. And so again, I just want to make that plea. If you ever have any thoughts of suicide, please get help. Reach out to the national hotline. Shit, I don't have the number right here in front of me, but you can get it, okay? Google it. I can put it on here. Just reach out and talk to somebody. Good morning, Amanda. reach out and talk to somebody. And hi, Mark. Sorry. It leaves so much destruction behind, and there are ways to deal with it. There are ways to deal with your sadness or your frustration or whatever it is that you're going through. And to my friend, I'm not going to say who it is because they haven't said anything really publicly yet. I love her so much, and I love her family, and it's beyond believable to me right now that this happened. So if you need help, get help, okay? Good morning, Shelley. How's Shelley feeling this morning? I hope good. So, ironically, after that, the chapter for today is called The Wisdom to Survive. Ironic. Feeling good? Good. Feeling light, Shelley? That energy transfer reset is a really cool thing. And I know some of you on here now have had one. And you know what? It's a way to get rid of those soul contracts. When you come to a place of being awakened, you don't need to have those contracts anymore. And it's a way to clear yourself of the low frequencies and to protect yourself. And it's a beautiful process. And anybody who wants to experience it, you can get the information on my website. It's under a tab called ETR for Energy Transfer Reset. Hi, Nancy. How are you? How's the new job? Did you start? I'm excited for you. So anyway, I started on kind of a sad note about another suicide that I got the news of last night. And I just feel so sad for my friend. So on to the wisdom to survive. Isn't that ironic? Isn't that a crazy title for today? Who would have thunk? This is from the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. Starts out with a funny. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit's really trying to light me up here already this morning. My mom said she learned how to swim. Someone took her out in the lake and threw her off the boat. That's how she learned to swim. I said, Mom, they weren't trying to teach you how to swim. That was Paula Poundstone. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen her for a while. Reframing what happens to us can be a healthy way to survive terrible things, or it can become a veil of denial that keeps us from moving on. Often we simply have to trust that we will see the truth of things when we are strong enough and ready. Yet the danger in not seeing things as they are or were is that we can start to believe that in order to learn something, we need someone to throw us off the boat or out of the relationship. If we can't see the difference between the cruelty or hardship we experience and the wisdom waiting in our reflex to survive, we can find ourselves needing crisis and pain in order to learn. While much learning comes from crisis and pain, not all of it needs to. We don't need something to go wrong in order to change. Wow. That's beautiful. Yeah, you know, if you just kind of think back on how you've handled situations in your life that have thrown you into that place. And, you know, what did you do? Did you just retreat? Or did you really strive to grow? Did you really strive to bust through it, to learn something from it? It's a very important lesson. But I think the biggest takeaway is we don't need to have something go wrong before we can change. And, you know, I always say we know these things intuitively. We know what's good for us. We know what's not good for us. We know when we're in a good relationship. We know when we're not in a good relationship. Whether we admit it to anybody else, because most likely we won't. We're going to defend it every chance we get. But we know. We know. And then the relationship blows up and we are like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that was coming. I didn't see that coming. Well, yeah, you did. Your intuition knew. We just choose to override it a lot. Hi, Kamal. So yes, you have experienced both, Amanda. Retreat and grow. Yeah, we have that choice, and of course, growing is the best option. It's not always the easiest, and it's not always the one we choose. But whichever we choose, let's just know that it's part of our path, and it's okay. We will get there eventually. We can just choose how long it's going to take us, basically, right? So here's the exercise for today. Again, the title of this one is The Wisdom to Survive. I love that. So sit quietly and bring to mind one change that you were afraid to make in your life. Breathe deeply and ask yourself, are you waiting for someone to push you off the boat? Breathe gently and don't worry now about what to do or how. Simply exhale and feel the wisdom to survive and grow waiting inside you. Wow. I think that's really, really beautiful. I love this book so much. I love his writings, the teachings. So, I'll put the description up. I didn't take time to do it before because I was up for a while during the night and then fell back asleep and got up late again. So it is. My body is still resting and recovering. So we'll let it be. How about a postcard from Spirit, huh? Just to have a nice little message today. These are the postcards from Spirit by Colette Baron Reed. The messages, just little messages. I pull one, not every day, but I've been starting to pull them again most days. Dearest you, we're a chatty bunch over here, always talking about how to support you in your life's journey. We communicate to you through the language of oracles, dreams, signs, metaphors, and omens. In your life on earth, however, clarity is your communication. In your communication is essential to being understood. You don't speak in symbols, and if you did, you would definitely confuse things. Right now, you are facing a situation in which you are being asked to have integrity, be clear, and learn to ask for your needs to be met. The first step is to admit out loud that you have needs. The second is to ask out loud for them to be met. And the third is to allow the other person, organization, or even us to answer you. When you follow these steps, you can most definitely expect an answer. In your favor, affirmative, we say. Loving you so very much. I love those. Beautiful. So, have a wonderful day, everybody. And let me just say one more time, I see you. You are enough. You are so enough. You can't even imagine how enough you are. National Suicide Prevention Hotline. Call and get help if you need it. Don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. There's so many people that love you, including me. So reach out and talk to somebody. Get what you need, okay? Get your needs met. Love it. Synchronicity. Have a great day. Peace and blessings to you. And I do love you. And I do see you. God bless.